UST when it seemed like Drake couldn't catch a break after Kendrick Lamar thoroughly embarrassed and tarnished his reputation in a way we've never seen before with these tracks that not only delivered scathing lyrical attacks, but also became some of the most significant songs in the music world for quite some time. Drake's last line of defense has been shattered. A mysterious user logged in and exposed shaky information about Drake, where once, despite Kendrick Lamar's relentless onslaught, Drake still had some support. Some of his most loyal fans even claimed he was the victor of this entire feud. Now that his defense strategy against Kendrick's attacks has been proven to be a complete lie, it's evident that this not only makes Drake look terrible, but he's never been in a worse position in his entire career. As the public learns of his attempt to deceive everyone and spin a false narrative to try to take down another man and protect himself, he'll only continue to plummet from grace. So, when it comes to the latest development in what seems to be Drake's never-ending downfall, after a wild Friday where new rappers started criticizing him, things have already spiraled out of control from here on out. On social media, a mysterious user whose real identity remains unknown posted a series of revelations about the truth behind this feud. They shared a video showing all the elements of Kendrick Lamar's diss track cover art, Meet the Grams, and unveiled shocking truths about Drake. Whoever was filming played Meet the Grams on a laptop in the background and showed what appears to be the city of New York, possibly Brooklyn. If that wasn't enough, the user captioned the post with, "King Kendrick is not a liar and I am not a thief." Then went on to demand that both Drake and DJ Academics retract their claims about the stolen items, or face legal action from their lawyer. Between the cryptic video with Meet the Grams playing and the ultimatum given to Drake and Academics, this post feels straight out of a Batman movie. But it didn't stop there. The user followed up with another tweet calling out Drake again, showing a photo of a hotel lobby where Drake allegedly left behind a suitcase of items. With all these cryptic clues, it feels like something out of a Riddler puzzle. And if you think things couldn't get any crazier, they continued with even more posts accusing Drake of hiding many more secrets. While there are many more mysterious aspects alluded to by this user that are difficult to piece together fully, it's clear their motive for doing all this is that Drake lost these items. The user then accuses either the user themselves or other people close to them of stealing from them. People lost their jobs, and because of this, they're trying to expose Drake and hold him accountable for the damage he's caused in their own life, which is supported by their own words in a post saying, "You've come between my money and me, humiliate yourself and tell the truth." And from this, although we don't know the full extent of this user's issues with Drake, what's important here is to publish a video of all the items that DJ Academics claim were stolen from Drake's father, and that Drake claimed were sent directly to Kendrick Lamar by the fake mole that Kendrick believed he had at OVO. Both claims have been debunked when you line up all the facts. It's clear that there was no setup, and Drake simply had these items with him. And more importantly, this user shows that things like the receipts Drake discarded were from July 17, 2023, which was the same night he performed at the Barclays Center. At the core, we see that Drake's whereabouts timeline and the items in question add up, and that indeed the person holding all this is being truthful about the nature of it all. After Drake released the Hard Part 6 and tried to spin a completely different story not only to save his own image, but to make Kendrick Lamar look like the loser in this issue, we now see that he really took that line of defense from fan theories on social media because, my goodness, what all this evidence shows is that Drake has been sitting on a throne of lies throughout this conflict. If you don't remember, in the Hard Part 6, Drake told Kendrick that the people he gets information from are working for him and conspired for a week to feed Kendrick all the information he used on his records, ranging from things like Drake having an 11-year-old daughter to, of course, the items used on Kendrick's record covers being set up to play some kind of internal joke about him. And while Drake never explained what this joke really was, he already made most people believe he was simply making this up out of thin air. And now there's evidence that the case is in the hands of someone who has no affiliation with Drake. It's clear that all we've speculated about the Hard Part 6 is true and that Drake simply fabricated these claims out of thin air. And now that we know Drake set a trap for Kendrick, and it's now been proven he was wrong, because if Drake's song story doesn't align with the reality that he lost these items almost a year ago, and the fact that they're in the hands of someone who not only isn't affiliated with Dr. and Ohio, but will sue him himself more than ever, we've seen Drake lie to our faces and hoped people would eat this up. And while it's expected that an MC bends the truth and manufactures reality to make their Opponents look weak by making a defense track, or Drake tries to clear his name, not by showing us facts but by enlightening people. Pose some more intricate questions surrounding everything encompassing this issue as a whole. When examining tracks like Family Matters and Drake's assertions regarding Kendrick's lack of community contribution and the alleged ghostwriting for Baby Keem, which have seemingly been debunked, it appears absurd. A quick Google search reveals Kendrick has been recognized for aiding his hometown, and Kendrick himself has been the creative force behind tracks for Baby Keem. It's evident that many of Drake's claims about Kendrick were outright lies, including significant accusations like those concerning his wife and business partner, Day being the father of his child. Drake likely lacked substantial evidence to support these claims and was merely attempting to discredit Kendrick, aiming to dismantle his personal and professional life from within. It's insane how Kendrick and his allies haven't caved under Drake's pressure, but have instead used Drake's own actions to fuel their sharp-edged tracks. Moreover, it's now confirmed that Drake is a complete and utter liar regarding the revelations made in The Hard Part 6 about the elaborate setup to destroy Kendrick Lamar. It's baffling how Drake continues to dig himself into a deeper hole. With this new information, it's clear that Part 6, extensively analyzed as it was concocted from Drake's delusional mind. Drake attempted to execute a calculated battle plan, expecting everyone to buy into such an illogical lie and praise him for it. Instead, it only highlights how Kendrick cornered him, turning him into a complete clown. Overall, it's evident that Drake harbors a complex where he not only underestimates and lacks respect for skilled, respected, and successful MCs like Kendrick Lamar, but also doubts his own fans' intelligence to read between the lines and discern the truth. This sets a terrifying precedent, showcasing what Drake truly thinks of the intelligence of those who listen to his music. His proven status as a blatant liar is undoubtedly disheartening for Drake's fans, who can no longer cling to the wild theory that he outsmarted Kendrick Lamar and duped him into believing he's a despicable person. Instead, Drake has been exposed as a deceitful manipulator who has attempted to tarnish his opponent's reputation by targeting their family and fabricating elaborate lies to mitigate the impact of his actions. It's humiliating for Drake to be shown not just failing against Kendrick Lamar, but failing against the people, as Kendrick has reiterated throughout this ordeal. Everything this man represents is an utter falsehood. Now, the fact that Kendrick Lamar was poised to counter Drake's attacks by bringing his family into things and simply attempting to destroy his image with pure lies is truly commendable. It demonstrates how clever and calculated Lamar is in battle. However, overall, while this only makes Kendrick look better, I don't believe Drake has ever looked so pathetic in his entire career. Let me know what you think about Drake's main defense against Kendrick Lamar being proven an absolute lie, and how you think this makes him appear at this moment. I can't wait to hear what you have to say. Subscribe if you think Lamar has finished Drake. See you next time, my legend.